This is the 2018 ordinary level question C1 Geologic Geometry. This map is located on the back of the section A questions, and then you'll find the question, the information for the question in the exam paper itself. So that'll be the first question of section C. Three parts to this question. We're told that the ground contours are at 5 meter intervals, so we can see that 10, 15, 20. Part A is on drawing, supply, draw a vertical section or profile along the line AB, so that's this line here, so we're going to draw a profile in the space up on top. Part B is a vertical pylon, is built at A, and we're asked to find the minimum height of that pylon for it to be visible from B. And then finally part C is this part here. CD is the centre line for a roadway which is at an altitude of 25 metres. Using side slopes of 1 and 1 for the cuttings and 1 and 2 for the embankments, complete the earthworks on our northern side. So this side of the road, they've already done this down here for us. So first thing that we need to do is we need to determine the highest and lowest points on the map. So the lowest points along our profile here are 10 is the lowest. There's no number lower than 10 there, and 45, that's the highest one. 50 is higher, but that's not part of the profile, so we don't need to worry about it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw in our height lines here. So I'm just going to measure up 5 mil first, and then do 5 meter intervals after that. And I'm going to draw then horizontal lines through each one of these and then label them. So taking our heights then, 10 is the lowest. Now there's two 10s down here next to each other, so we're going to need a little bit of space underneath it. That's why I've gone up a small bit. I haven't put it straight on the bottom. 15, 20, 25, and 45. So what we're going to do for each contour that the line AB intersects with, we're going to project that up into our profile view up here. So taking point A first, that's going to be projected up to a height of 30. So that hits our height 30 line at this point here. Same thing for 35. 35 again. Back down to 30. And so on. So each time this the line AB intersects a contour, that's projected up into our profile view. Finally point B, altitude of 45. So when we have all of these plotted, it's then joining them up. Again, no straight lines between them. And that completes the profile for this question, the first part of it. The second part of this question is a vertical pylon is built at point A, so that's this point here. On the profile, determine the minimum height of the pylon if its top is to be visible from the ground at point B. So if we're standing on point B here, looking back over here, how high does that pylon need to be? To do that, we're going to take a line from point B that needs to touch off the top of the hill over here. So this is a sight line, so the line can't go through the ground. It needs to be up above it. So if I take a line back along this way, So from point B, touches the ground, the top of the hill up there. That's our sight line, that's what we can see. So anything below, above that line we can see. If it's below that line we can't see it at the moment. So what we need to do is we need to figure out the height that is. So if we're going to extend that line up from above point A, going to go up this way, and that there's the height that we're looking for. Measure it, however many millimeters that is, and 6 meters. Okay, the third and final part of this question is to draw the roadworks necessary for this road here. We're told in the question that it has a height, the road has an altitude of 25 meters. So anything above 25 isn't going to need to be cut back, everything below 25 is going to need to be built up. And when we're cutting it back, we're going to use a slope of 1:1, and when we're building it up, it's a slope of 1:2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find all the places where the road hits a 25 contour. So that's this point, that's one of them. There's another one here. So that's where it's going to be changing from a cut to an embankment. So this section here, we're going to be building it up. It's an embankment. The ground is lower than the level of the road. Here it's higher, so we're going to be cutting it. So I'm going to start with this first, which is the embankment where we're building it up. We're told that the slopes for our embankments are 1:2. So for every 5 meters that we go down in height, we need to go out 10 meters. So for every 5 down, out 10. So I'm going to just do steps out here of 10 meter intervals. So the side of the road here, that's 25. Next one out is going to be 20, 15, 10. So the side of the road is 25 because that's what they tell us in the question, that's the height that the road is at. So each time now that one of our height lines running along this way, just change the color of them, or one of these intersects a contour, so of the same height. So this here's contour height is 20, height line is 20, that's a point on our embankment. 15, that's 15, 10, another 10 here, 15, 20, back into 25. So our embankment is going to look something like this. And that's where the this is our embankment. So this is where we're building up the soil underneath the road. On either side of this now it's going to be a cut, so because the ground is higher than the level of the road, it's higher than 25. So again, going to do the same thing. So we're going to take, for every 5 meters that we go up, this time we're going to push the ground back 5. That's the level that we're dealing with. So slopes 1:1, so 5, as 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So again, drawing in our lines here. So each of these now has a height. So the side of the road again, that's 25. Next one out is 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So each place that a contour of hits the corresponding height line. So take this one here, for example. This height line here is at 30 meters. This contour is also at 30 meters. So where they cross each other, that's a point. The next one, 35, hits the 35 height line at that point. 40, 45, 50, 50 again, 45, so the 45 contour intersects with the 45 height line, 40, 35, 35, 40, and 45 off out over there. So again, joining these up. And that gives us our lines here. So this is a cut, we're cutting away the ground on that side. Same thing over here now on this side. So again, building up again. Now it doesn't, the highest it's only going up is to 35, so that's all I'm going to draw out over here. So again, this is a cut, so it's the same height lines that we have off over here, the orange ones, as on the right hand side. 25 is the side of the road, 30, 35. So that's for the orange lines. 25, this here is, that's that one, so 30, 35, 35 again, and then 30 off back down here. And that finishes out this question. So that's the earthworks on the north side of the map. So for when we were doing an embankment building up the ground, we used slope 1:2. So these 5 meter intervals, so this is 10 meters that we moved out. So 1:2, multiply the 5 by, or the 1 by 5, multiply the 2 by 5, you get 10. So out along here. For this it was slope 1:1, same idea, except this time it's only 5 meters out that we're going.